Hello everyone, Useful11 here, back again for another modification video, and today we're going to be only taking a look at 3 items today, Luke, Samson, and Mavis. So let's get started. So first we're going to take a look at Luke and Samson together, because basically what I did to them was basically I basically did the same thing to them, but they both went through different trials and tribulations, if you want to say. First we're going to start with Luke. So I was not really pleased with, the Brio chassis that Luke has had for the past few years. And of course, I made this custom a few years ago, really. So it was about finally time with the place that I'm at in my YouTube career. I think it was about time to change that. Basically, what I did was I took two chassis that were like cut in half, and then I just, glued them onto the bottom of Luke. I also filled in the bottom of Luke with Crayola air dry clay. Not to mention, that's what's in the middle. Basically, what's in the middle of Luke is basically Crayola air dry clay painted black. And personally, it looks pretty good. And then, of course, the last thing I really did was just put silver around the rims of the wheels. While I will say Luke looks better aesthetic-wise, however, he is a little bumpy rider, and it's kind of weird. I would have thought Duncan or Smudger would have been one of those. Oh well. But personally, Luke looks a lot better, in my opinion, and that's really what matters to me. Next is Samson. He basically went through the same thing as Luke, except his modifications are a little different. I basically just tried my best to mix a good type of green color that looked like Samson. I tried this so many times. In fact, I got the idea from my friend, Solar Caterpillar, but, I just can never get the paint to look like Samson. So basically, I just had to improvise. And of course, I also did the same thing by filling in the gap. I will say, his wheels are a bit farther apart than, a wooden railway like Luke is, but hey, I think it looks pretty good. Also, I repainted the running board too. Yeah, Samson looks a lot better, however, he's kind of a rough rider as well, and not to mention, since, this die-cast model is kind of more heavier than what you think, it's kind of hard to pull him on a string, but, however, I will say he still looks pretty good. Now, finally, we're going to move on to Mavis. I did a lot to this Mavis. Of course, as you guys could tell from the video that I uploaded with, her, Ada, Jane, and Mabel, there was a lot to be done to make this Mavis actually look presentable in my collection. Basically, I had chopped off her face and had done the hazard stripes in the front and back, and I had also given her white windows. The same thing happened with Nick TF89. I basically took inspiration from him when making this model, but if you notice the white vents on the side, which are pretty noticeable, I got that idea from the tow train. Now, speaking of the back windows, I was originally going to do them Turtles and Thomas style, kind of like how we did for Keycray 24, aka Thomas Wooden Railway, and Enterprising Engine 93, but I just decided to stick with this as the front windows of Mavis were also white. Now, the last thing is technically the side details with this bit. As you notice, this side was the most beat up of them all. Basically, what I did was I printed the Mavis decal on this side, and basically just pasted on this side, but I flipped it around. And yeah, other than that, the only other things left is the buffer beam, which it looks pretty good, but I might repaint it. You never know. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this modification video. Thank you all for watching. Useful11 signing out. Take care, everyone.